Let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Smilers never lose, and frowners never win. So let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. It's that time of the year again. It's springtime. Much to my delight, it's come a little early. It's not that I dislike winter, but it kind of gets a little bit old with the whole cold, snow, freezing nose. That said, I actually noticed that spring had arrived a couple weeks ago. The whole forest around me just took this big sigh of relief, and the greenery came out and the birds started singing in full chorus in the mornings, and we don't actually get that in the winter. And as the days get longer, spring brings with it this complete and awesome feeling of newness. It's almost like you get a second chance and you're starting again and you can do whatever you want with it. And I notice it's not just the forest, the trees and the bushes and the plants and the flowers and the growth that has noticed this shift towards spring. The animals have, the birds, the chipmunks, the raccoons, they're all out in hordes. And also our animals, whoa, Oliver, like a lot of other dogs, seems to be in full play mode. He tends to hibernate a little bit during the winter in the sense that he doesn't do much. But as soon as it warmed up, enough for me to just be outside in this. I mean, no jacket. It's a little chilly, it's a little windy because the spring storms are upon us, which means we're gonna be getting a lot of rain. And we're gonna be getting a lot of wind. And hopefully there'll be some thunder and lightning in there, which always excites me. The funny part about living in Vancouver and in this area, a lot of people complain about the rain. The rain isn't anything new for this area. It's always been this way, it will always be this way. We live in a coastal city. We also live really close to the mountains, which traps clouds low, which means that we're always gonna have a lot of precipitation. And the thing is, almost everybody I know is a pretty big nature lover. To have good nature, to have the beautiful greenery, you have to have rain. It's the truth. Rain makes everything green and new and awesome. And the rain is just the price you pay for living in such a gorgeous city. A lot of people probably haven't been to BC. If you haven't, you should probably visit it. Our mountain ranges are insane. Whenever I go anywhere else when they don't have mountains like us, I always feel lost because they always point me to where I need to go. They're like the backdrop against everything I do. Driving, walking, I can see the mountains. Anyways, this vlog's just to say that I'm excited. Spring has arrived, and it has arrived early. Every morning I get to wake up and hear the birds chirping. I get to walk my dog in this forest, which is alive and breathing and swaying and dancing in the wind. And I kind of wanted to say that as nature is reborn and nature is growing and taking on a new year, I think that we should all kind of take a cue from Mother Nature and use this as an opportunity or an excuse for a little bit of change. Because even though we fear change, it's still a good thing. I know a lot of you people are probably still stuck in winter and it's not looking as gorgeous as it is here where you are, but I'm just letting you know that it's en route. Well, except for Australia, they're like heading into their winter, aren't they? For the UK and the US of A, spring is coming to you. And there's always that common misconception that Canada's so cold and it's always winter and we're on a frozen tundra. Well, I bet you our tundra right now is looking a lot nicer than yours. But that's just because I'm West Coast. That's it for this week's vlog, and I hope to see you all again next week for another edition of That Girl Tyson.
General quarters, all hands man your battle stations, all hands man your battle stations.
Hi. Hi.